Okay, there she is in the background. So it was built after the war to commemorate sort of a sacrifice that happened here and the importance of the victory in Stalingrad. But they chose kurga as it was a very important hill both for the Germans and the Russians, as the high grounds here. Well, basically, if you had the high grounds, you had the good use of artillery. You were able to zero in. See a bit of a church there in the background, but we'll walk up, and I think once you get a bit closer to the thing, you'll really understand how big. It's actually bigger than the Statue of Liberty. So if anyone's been to the Statue of Liberty, this thing's bigger. You gotta remember it was built during the Cold War, so everything was bigger and better, I think. But anyway, it's called the statue's actually called Mother Russia. So while I'm heading up, I can see there's been a bit of digging happening up here. Just around the whole city. I mean, you can find the red bricks, pieces of metal. I think they cleaned up the unexploded ordnance quite well after the war. I mean, you got to remember it's 60 years, but I know out in the steppe, you know, there's still unexploded ordnance. Yeah, so we'll wander over here and see if there's any red bits or any grenades. Really joking, but we'll have a look. Nah, nothing there. Just looks like. So these are the two railways, the links. If anybody knows the Battle of Stalingrad, you'll understand what these two railways are. So we'll continue on and head up the hill here, then across the mamayev kurga. And actually, down that way, you might be able to see the Red October district. These were all the factories were, barricaded and all that. But we'll be heading there. Let's see further on. I mean, that's sort of how close we all are to it. We're sort of really only focusing on the inner city, like the northern sort of sector. The southern sector, it's not too interesting, I don't think. But we might get a chance to head down there. But that's okay, here we go. That looks interesting. Definitely 60 years old. I don't know if it's weapons or anything, but here we go. And apparently in this area after the war, nothing grew because it was just metal. It was from shrapnel and bullets and just sort of machines of war. Stuff is just everywhere. This is an interesting one. Not too sure what it is, but I'll get a photograph of it anyway. I've got to head back home and someone might be able to work out what it is, but it's certainly very heavy. It's very old. I'll look at that, you would say 60 years. It could be other sort of rubbish, but I'm pretty sure it's from the war. So you're really walking up here, you can really we're at a place where a clash of ideologies, you know, plus two very, very powerful armies fighting for existence. I mean, the Germans wanted the Volga, that was it. And they could have shut off the shipping and oil to Moscow and suffocated the northern armies. Whereas, you know, the Russians knew this, and they're also, you know, fighting for their own survival. So, I mean, you can really understand. I mean, I guess we all have our battles of D-Day in the West. We had sort of that, but you know, this was some serious stuff. I mean, we're at a place where, you know, I think anyway, I don't know how many, but it's pretty serious.